Welcome back to Tarot Tuesday. I'm Amy the Medium, and today we're going to look at the Ghetto Tarot. So this deck is super cool. It is created by a documentary photographer named Alice Smith with the assistance of an artist group in Haiti called Artistes Resistance. This deck was photographed within the Haitian ghetto, within the slums, using materials that were available to the artists to build the imagery that you see. And it is based off the Rider-Waite-Smith artwork, based off of Pamela Coleman Smith's art. And so you'll see when you look at the cards, how they really try to replicate that art using the supplies around them. So doing a deep dive here, you'll see in the box, it is definitely a bit of an oversized deck. The box is a little bit bigger than what you would normally see. And when you open it up, this beautiful guidebook sits right on the top of the deck. And like most decks, when you open this guidebook up, it is going to show you the meanings of the cards themselves as well as the imagery. This book also gives you the reversals, but what's really cool is in this book, it's referred to them as light and shadow. So light is upright, shadow is reversed. There's also guidance of how to lay the cards out, as well as in the very front of the book, the story of how this deck came to be. If I look at it and give you one little excerpt of the focus of this deck, it's this. The Ghetto Tarot project aims to reach beyond cultural boundaries of prejudice and ignorance to achieve a much-needed transformation of the collective conscious perception of the ghetto whilst discovering the power within our own thoughts. Underneath the guidebook, you see the back of the beautiful cards themselves, and these cards are really lovely. In Haitian culture, voodoo is a very popular practice, and so the back of these cards have a symbol drawn on them that is representative or similar to a veve, which are symbols that are drawn during ceremonies in that voodoo culture and that practice. So very, very beautifully illustrated here on the back of each of the cards. As I had mentioned, these cards are meant to be photographic representations of the artwork in the Pamela Coleman Smith Rider-Waite deck. And the Artistes Resistance, who assisted with the creation of this deck, found what they could around them in the ghetto to build out these images as you see. So they are just gorgeous. A great example, here's the Five of Cups, similar pose to what you would see in the Rider-Waite deck. Same here, the Three of Wands. In this case, they use brooms that they found. Just gorgeous. So this is a complete deck of 78 cards, the complete major arcana, as well as all four suits of the minor arcana. One of my favorites here, this is the Nine of Cups. It looks so great when you put it next to the Rider-Waite artwork. Another iconic image, Two of Swords, so beautiful. It goes on and on. You can see in this deck, there was a lot of thought that the artists themselves, as well as the photographer, put into this, and you can see and really sense the joy that went into the creation of each one of these. And so the purpose of this deck really is to show that you can overcome any circumstance. A lot of people assume that the ghetto, the slum, is a dark, sad, decrepit place, but here you see the artists showing that their way of life can bring a lot of joy, and there's a lot of creativity there as well. It shows that you really can overcome and persevere beyond whatever your circumstance may be. If you want to learn more about the deck, you can go to ghettotarot.com. It's definitely a gorgeous deck that I recommend adding to any collection, especially if you like the Rider-Waite art and you like that inspiration. This is a great tribute deck to that original art set. So that is the Ghetto Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me this week and learning about this amazing, beautiful deck. I look forward to doing showcases on many other decks. I will be doing that in future videos. If there's a deck that you have or a deck that you've heard of that you'd like to see featured here, feel free to send me a note and I will see if I can feature it in the future. I love being able to show artists at work, especially artists who put their passion into a project like this, not only for themselves, but also for the people that this deck represents. So thank you, Alice. Thank you, Artistes Resistance, for creating this beautiful Ghetto Tarot deck. And we will see you on the next Tarot Tuesday. Take care and have a great rest of your week.